Welcome back. Today on the channel, we are going to be doing an adventure in the board game Gloom of Kilforth. So we're going to randomly roll up our hero, we're going to randomly roll up our villain, and we will see if we survive. So we got our setup, place our location. So this is our map of the world of Kilforth. We've got Sprawl City in the middle here. And then for the next step of the setup, place the encounter rewarded night deck. So I have all the decks are over here in this little deck tray, so I'll have those off screen because it's a lot of different decks. They're all shuffled up already. We've got that good to go. Ancient, one per hero, so we're going to go up against the ancient. Let's see what ancient evil that's going to be. We've got our ancients here, and I think I have a d4 somewhere. I'll roll a d4 and we'll see. Number 4, so the last ancient in the deck. It's not the Prince of Ruin. It's not the Abbots of Penance. The Marquis of Pain. And the last one is the Deacon of Betrayal. So we'll be facing off against this ancient. 8 combat, 9 life, an ancient demon. The Deacon of Betrayal usurps the minds of his victims, turning brother against brother with his evil and trickery, growing stronger as they suffer. And he comes out in the Barrow Moors. And his abilities, battle map, sacrifice 1 ally. This is when we fight him. He gets +1 maximum in current HP for each stranger in play. So we don't want any strangers out there, because strangers might betray us. When a battle round starts, each hero rolls 1 less die than the previous battle round. So we want to kill him quick. And hit point damage stays on Deacon of Betrayal after battle. So we can fight him, leave, and come back. Night phase, when a plane's location falls into gloom, place 1 random plot card on it, and he heals 1 hit point in the night phase. All right, so he will heal 1 if we run away. That's his abilities. We'll set him to the side. These are going to be his plot cards. So whenever we draw planes cards, we have to do one of these plots. And the game does say, in order to not forget, whenever a plane falls in the gloom, you can put a card under a plane's location. So I think we'll do that. I haven't tried that before. So we'll just put a plot card under the different planes locations. And then that way, when we flip one, all these planes are kind of in the corner. I just now noticed that. That way, when we flip one, we won't forget to add his plot. All right, so he's got his plots randomly under all of the location cards, and these are the terror-sized Gloom of Kilforth cards that come in the Pimp My Gloom set. They're pretty nice. All right, then let's see. Setup. Take a race and class card. So there are 10 race cards. So what I did is I took a D10. So these are the race cards. We'll roll this D10 and we'll see which race we get. 10, so it's going to be the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We are going to be an orc. All right. I think it's the same on both sides. I think that's male and female. So let's see. 1 through 5, it's the male. 6 through 10 is the female. All right, so we're going to play on this side. So we're going to be an orc. Combat 4. Study 3. Escape 2. 1 influence. He's warborn. He adds +1 to your tested attribute value in any test against a humanoid. Orcs who live among humans become accustomed to wealth, law, and order. All right. And then what is the class going to be? So there's 12 classes. We'll roll the d12. 6 halfway through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That is going to be our class. Let me put these race cards and class cards to the side. The big reveal. What kind of an orc do we have? An orc druid. Wow. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Pious. +1 to stealth, +1 to influence. Animal shape. You may always evade humanoid enemies, even without hiding. That could come in handy. As they are one with nature, the druids can channel the animal spirit and assume their various forms. So maybe this orc was raised by animals. We've got our 4 life, our 4 actions, our 4 fate tokens, our 1 gold, and here's our hide token. Next up, take a 3-card saga. So there are 10 sagas. Let's randomly see which saga we get. 5. Rescue villagers is 1. Take fortress 2. Trap godhead 3. Discover land 4. So we are going to have escort being for our saga. All right. Saga Chapter 1, Escort Being. While drinking ale in a local tavern in the grasslands, a curious stranger regales you with the story of a great and powerful being from beyond the veil, who is in need of aid and has been trapped in our world for many years. The stranger also tells you of an artifact that belongs to the being, inscribed with runes that may indicate its whereabouts. 5 gold, 1 regale. We need planes, a stranger, and an item. Okay. So that is our quest. Once we complete our mission, we can then take on the ancient. If we are destroyed by the ancient, our orc druid hero will be dead, and we will have to try a different hero in some future playthrough. All right, let's see. Chapter 1, placed on top. Draw 2 reward cards from deck. Keep 1 as a rumor. A rumor just means it's in your hand. If it's in front of us, it's in play. That's how that works. Take 4 hit points, 4 fate, 1 gold, 1 hidden, 4 enemy tokens, and then we can start. We'll have 25 days to stop the ancient. All right, so let's see. Escort being, play, stranger, and item. So I think what we'll do is we'll draw 2 item cards and take 1 and shuffle the rest. So here's the item deck. We'll shuffle these up. All right, so we have gotten Ring of Influence, item jewelry. That's in the Blessed Grove. That's a forest. Where's the Blessed Grove? That's over here. And then we've got a Dwarven Axe. Sacrifice this to defeat an enemy at our location. Do we want more influence? Our influence is only 1. It might be nice for it to be 2. And I don't love either one of those. Oh, here we go. This will be our character token. We'll place that in Sprawl City. I mean, this Dwarven Axe may be good. Where's the Lonely Gorge? How far away are we from these 2 locations? All right. Mountains. Lava Canyon. Rolling hills. Cliffs. Okay, the Lonely Gorge is here. That's not that far away. And the Blessed Grove. Where is that at? That's over here. So they're right next to each other. My influence is so bad. I don't know. It might be a waste of time to mess with the influence. I think let's keep the axe as the rumor. And then that way, if we just have something we have to kill, we can sacrifice it. So we don't actually have this item yet. We have to go to the Lonely Gorge to pick it up. So I'm thinking we'll probably go to the Lonely Gorge, fight something, kill it with the axe, and call it a day. So we shuffle the other one back in, and then we'll start. All right, game flow, Dawn, the first hero. All right. Discard any successes. Unveil any veil cards. No longer hidden. All right. Engage enemy present. Do one of the five. Okay, so we can spend our AP. We can start. We can take our actions. And our actions can be hide, move, search, confront, discover, clear, rest, market, and regale. All right. So our goal is to get an item card, a stranger, and a plains. And these are both blue. So plains locations would be good to go to. But we also want to get an item. So I'm thinking maybe we go over here first. And then next turn come back and go over there. Or do we go through the forest and into the plains and then come across? Because mountains are more dangerous. His influence is so low, though, we're probably going to end up fighting these strangers. Right, so for our first action, we're going to go ahead and spend one of our action tokens. And it won't always come down to the bottom, but these black hearts are our action. So we'll spend that and we're going to hide. So we are hidden now. We're just hiding in this little bush. And then our next action, we're going to move. We have 2 actions left. Since we entered a new space, we have to draw a forest card. So forest, let's see. We got our forest cards here. Do a quick shuffle. And what is in the, let's see, where are we at? We're at the Lost Forest. So let's see what we run into in there. It is a mirage. Place Dungeon Forest. This alien landscape erupted unfathomably from the earth, seemingly built by some ancient titan. All right, so we are come across the mirage. Our study is 3. Our study's not actually that bad. Now we could do a test and try to solve this. We need 4. It is a place. We don't need a place though. And we don't need a forest. I think let's leave that alone for now. Let's move one more. And we are going into the plains. We are in the Windy Valley. And then we'll draw a plains card and see what's in there. We're still hidden. Plains. We'll do a quick shuffle. I did shuffle these already, but I'll just shuffle one more time. All right. And we have a remote town. Place, Respite Plains. Trophy, perform a free market action. Out here on the last bastion, their only defenses are courage, prayer, and high walls. Okay, that's not bad. But we don't have that much gold, so I don't really wanna do that yet. I think let's move one more time. And let's head over to the Verdant Fields. So the Verdant Fields are next door. We'll head over there and see what we come across. That's our last move action. Still hidden because we haven't come across any enemies. It's also in the plains. And we have a stranger. His weakness is shadow. You can perform a free market action. And he comes out here. So next turn, maybe we'll deal with him. All right, that's going to be the end of the first day. So now we are at the night. Heroes at a Gloom location lose. Nothing's in Gloom. First hero resolves a night card. And then, if applicable, a plot card enters play. So let me go ahead and draw a night card. We'll shuffle these up. I will have to get the night cards out more often. I will. All right, I'll put the night cards over here. Our first night card, Wave of Doom. Enemy undead. Place this enemy at the dead swamp. The forgotten undead forces of the Doom Guard are mustering once more. What can it mean? All right, so the dead swamp. Where is that? It's up here. All right, so we've got this 3 life, 4 damage. He gives 2 gold an item, and he is at the dead swamp. It falls in the gloom, so we'll take a damage if we end up in this spot. All right, and then I think it is back to us. Yep, no plot card enters play because it is not a plane. So we'll refresh all of our tokens. So we're back up to 4 actions. We lose hide at the beginning of the day. And we'll go ahead and we'll try to use our influence on this guy. So we have an influence of 2. We'll roll 2 die. No successes, so he would turn into an enemy. Do I care if he turns into an enemy? I think I do. We're gonna spend 1 fate token to get 1 success so that he doesn't turn into an enemy. And then for our second action, we'll talk to the stranger 1 more time. Still no successes. We'll spend another action to talk again. All right, we got a 5 and a 6. That's 2 successes. We have 1 action left. We have convinced him. So we can get 1 gold or draw from the loot bag. We've got map trophy, perform a free market action. And at the market, let's see, is there anything I want to do? I could, at most once a day, heal a hit point for 1 gold, purchase 1 reward card from 3 drawn from 1 deck, or sell cards for half value. I don't want that, so I'm not going to do the market action. I don't have anything to gain. I think I'm going to take something from the bag, and I'll keep this card as a rumor. So now I have the stranger card, and I'll just need a plains card. So right now, our rumors, we have 2. You can only have 6 cards, 6 items. It's the rule of 6. We'll go into the loot bag and see what we get. So at the bottom, I had a choice. I could have either taken 1 gold, and I could have got an ally, rumor, or I can take this card and draw from the loot bag. So instead of taking the 1 gold, I'm drawing from the loot bag. And we are going to get something good. Come on, something good. Wow, 1 gold. That's exactly what I wanted. Fantastic. All right, so we have 2 gold now. We are in the money. Now I could go ahead and search. I'm still in the plains. I do need another plains card. Or I could move back over here and search that. But I think I'm going to go ahead and search. And we'll draw another plains card and see. Now there's a chance that this is my last action. This could be an enemy. If it is, then I may have to fight right away. All right, it is another stranger. A cleric, stranger, noble, and plains. Map weakness is pious. The wandering cleric, Lady Emma, sought only to join those whose missions were as holy as her own. So after talking to the peddler, we come across this cleric, but we're a druid, and our class is pious, and she has a weakness to pious. So we will automatically defeat this card, which means we can take this card, or we can get an ally. I think we're going to take the card. So now we'll have a stranger and a plains, and I'm going to take the 2 gold because we need 5 gold to regale. That couldn't have gone much better. That is a pretty good start. Let's go to the night phase, day 2 in Kilforth. Tribal Tithe event revealed. Each hero must discard one rumor. Oh no. I spoke too soon. The Savage Wild Claws will not be satisfied without tribute. The Shrouded Glade falls into gloom. All right. So Shrouded Glade falls into gloom. Where's the Shrouded Glade? The Old Wood, Hidden Wood, Forest. Here we go. All right. So Shrouded Glade is going to fall into gloom. This card goes away. It's just an event, and I have to discard a rumor. So, what to discard? I think both these have the same keywords. I don't want to get rid of the item because I don't have anything. Yeah, I think we'll get rid of the peddler. Yep, we'll discard the peddler. That was unfortunate. We get our 4 actions back. And we are going to search this plains again. So we are finding a lot of things in the verdant field. So we'll search again for our first action. And we've got a Watchman, Stranger Noble Plains. Weakness is rank. Tell Predane led one of the most feared contingents of the City Watch. His patrol was as dangerous as it was respected. All right, so he's got 3 combat, evade for 3, and 3 influence. So let's go ahead and try to influence him. Our influence is only 2. We need 5 or 6s to succeed. Good, we got 1 6, so that's 1 success. We'll use our second action to try again. That's 2 successes. Do I want to spend a fate? Yes, we'll go ahead and spend another fate. And we'll take this card. And we need 5 gold to be able to regale. So I'm just going to take the 1 gold just to ensure that we get up to 5. All right, and then we have 2 actions left. So let's move. And then let's move again. Now let's use our last action to hide. And then we'll go to the night. All right, we've got a Rosen Crusader. Place this stranger card at the Grand Plains for the Rose and for the free. Sir Gregor Riker. So the Grand Plains has a Rosen Crusader. That's over here, and this is going to fall into gloom, which means the Deacon of Betrayal's plot is going to activate. So his first plot is an agent of betrayal. For evil to accomplish its purpose, it is only necessary that good folk do nothing. The Deacon's agents are abroad and corrupting the minds of the vulnerable. If you don't create a network of spies to counter their venality, the repercussions could be far-reaching. To defeat all heroes must lose 1 action point. All right, so if we go there, we can lose an AP and get rid of that. All right. Back to us. Refresh. We will lose our hide. Now, since we're orcs, we get +1 to our tested attribute value in each test. Animal shape, we can evade humanoid enemies even without hiding. So do we keep it moving and don't hide in the Badlands if it's a humanoid? Let's try it out. Our first action, we're going to move. We are not going to hide. And let's see what we get from the Badlands. And I'll shuffle these one more time real quick. All right, quick cut. The Badlands. It is a trade route. Quest seeking Badlands. Perform a free market action. 3 study or 3 influence. That is not bad. And then we can move again to the Lonely Gorge. So let's do that. There's a lot of monsters in the mountains. I think our second action, let's hide first. Then our third action, let's move to the Lonely Gorge. And then let's see what's in these mountains. So, mountains. Now remember, we heard a rumor about an axe that could kill any enemy. And that's what we're trying to find. Mountain. Wow, I'm kind of getting lucky with just drawing. Forge of Power. Quest Seek Mountain. Map trophy 1 item. This is not bad actually. If we get this, we can get an item, and it would come to our hand because it's not gain, it's just getting the item. All right, so we have 1 action left. For that last action, we are going to do, I think it's called Discover, right? Yeah, Discover at the location on a reward rumor card in hand. Convert the rumor to an asset. So we are going to use our last action to discover the Dwarven Axe. So we now have this. We're going to have the axe in our player row. All right. So we got Escort Being, we got Orc, we have 2 Fate, we got all our life. That was our last action. We've got 5 gold, and we've got our Dwarven Axe. All right, and then we'll go to the night phase. It is a fierce storm. Weather, place 1 obstacle at each location for each place it has. When a place enters play, place an obstacle at its location. Well, I might have spoke too soon because we have a lot of places. So this weather will stay in effect until we draw another card. So there's a fierce storm blowing through Kilforth. Let me get these obstacle tokens. That's these little clouds. All right. So place the Forge of Power. That is not a place. It doesn't have place on it. Trade route does not have place. Remote town does have place. Mirage does have place. Guess there weren't as many as I thought. And the verdant fields falls into gloom. So we have this fierce storm. Whenever a place is drawn, we have to do that. So I'm just going to put that right in the middle so I hopefully don't forget about that. The verdant fields falls into gloom. And that is a plane. So we've got a Knight of Betrayal. Stranger noble. The pain and torment in the knight's wild eyes. Belie the slavering grin on his face as he rants in tongues about the coming of the deacon. You can put an end to his misery before he joins the ranks of the ancient's minions. But what will people think of you for such callous butchery? To defeat, sacrifice 1 title. If we don't, treat all class cards as though their ability, text, and attribute bonuses are blank. That's rough. All right, so we're going to want to get a title. We probably want to do a market action for that. All right, so next we're going to clear our 4. And then I think we're going to regale for our first action. Yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to do the regale action. So that's going to make us level up. And where are the class cards? All right, we'll get those out. So we got to spend our 5 gold to regale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to complete our first chapter of escorting the being. We're turning in this card for plays, this card for stranger, and then we have an item. So we flip this and go to chapter 2. Your quest for the artifact leads you throughout the lands to a jagged mountain range. At its summit, you are attacked by a ferocious enemy. After defeating your foe, you are greeted by a strange being who invites you to join forces. It reveals it is in dire need of your help. Although all remains oddly calm, it exudes otherworldly nobility. It remains oddly calm. Okay. So we got mountain, enemy, and ally is what we need. Mountain, enemy, and ally. All right. So we'll gain a level. I don't think we gained the other action yet. And then we'll check out the pious cards to see what we can do to level up. So Shadow, nope, that's not us. Marshall is not us. Pious, okay, so 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we get our first level 1 pious card. Let's see what options we have here. So we got Herbalist, Deed Veil at a place location, heal 1 hit points. Fight +2 against enemies with the keyword demon. Ooh, I think we got to take Templar, right? Because I think, does this dude have keyword demon? He does. Yeah, we're definitely going Templar. So we're going to get a +2 fight and show them our holy might. All right. Now it is our turn. We're not hidden anymore. And does this thing say regale in here? Test, actions, regale. Pay 5 gold, increase maximum and current hit points by 1. Gain a skill card, read the next saga chapter. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't think I get the next action. I think I get after this turn, I'll get the next action. All right, so we got 5 life now. We regaled. That was our first action. So we got 3 action left. And we need mountains, so we're in the mountains. So I think let's do this Forge of Power. So this has quest, seek, and mountains, and we need enemy and mountains. So it has 4 studies. So we're going to go ahead and do a study test. We'll get 3 die. So that is going to be our next action. So first regale, then confront. So let's go ahead and see if we can get to the bottom of the Forge of Power. So we'll get 3 die. We need 4. So that is 1 success. And then we'll spend another action and try again. That's 2 successes. And we will spend our last action and try again. And then this will determine if we... All right, that's 3 successes. And we will spend a fate. So we've only got 1 fate left. But I'm hoping that you spend those early. You can use rumor cards as fate too if you need to. All right, so we got this. We can get 4 gold, or, well, first it has map, trophy, 1 item. So we'll get to draw 1 item card. And since it doesn't say gain, it should be that belongs to us. I'm pretty sure. I think if it says gain, it's a rumor. But if it just says trophy, you get it. Let me see if I find anything trophy. If I can quickly find it in the rules. Otherwise, we're just going to go with it. Trophy forced. Okay. They are receiving or performing the listed, unless it specifies gain, a trophy reward may be put into play as an asset immediately. Yep. So since it doesn't say gain, it's an asset. So we'll draw an item from the item deck. All right. This is the item. Oh, that's bad. I mean, it's good. We got a gilded sword. The gilded sword of Arthur hummed as it cut through the air, its blade sharp enough to slice the hardest stone. But I already have a weapon. So I want to definitely keep this. I don't know if it has to be a rumor. If I have to discard it, let's see. Where would I see that? Asset limit, page 15. Asset limit. Loot step. Each room I only have a maximum of 6 assets in play. If they ever have more, then after resolving the ability or process that led to that, they must discard down to 6. That's not it. Each reward card has a unique keyword by an asterisk. You can only have at most one asset with each unique keyword. So we have to immediately choose and discard one. Well, I guess somehow we lost our dwarven axe in the forge. Because it's great that it can defeat one enemy, but the gilded sword gives me +2 attack, and that feels a lot better. So this is going to get discarded. Goodbye, dwarven axe. You served us well. We're taking the forge of power. We're going to take the 4 gold. So now we're back up to 4 gold. We need 1 more to be able to regale again. And we're keeping this as a rumor because it has mountain and we need mountain. All right. That's going to be all of our actions for the turn. We did not hide. We'll see what happens tonight. It is the Siege City event. Heroes must pay 1 gold to move to or from Sprawl City until the end of the next day. All right. So we're not going to, and the Barren Waste falls into Gloom. So Barren Wastes are Barren Waste. Let's see, that's a Badlands. Where is it? Misty. Why don't I see the? Oh, here it is. It's under this trade route. All right, so the Barren Waste falls into Gloom, and we will have to pay 1 gold for 1 day, and then it is back to us. And we need an enemy card. So we're going to have 5 actions. If it's humanoid, we can avoid it. If it has demon, we get +2 fight die. Do we hide? I think we will hide for our first action. I don't necessarily want to get sneak attack. He's a smart orc. He's smarter than the average orc. And then we'll search in the mountains. And let's see what we have. A raging vampire. Enemy, undead. Map, when a battle starts, perform an influence 3 test. Fail. Oh boy. Raging vampire suffers no hit point loss during this battle. I can't get influence 3. There's no way for me to get that. I think we're going to have to try to escape. The antediluvian wretch carries the stench of the grave and the learned bearings of centuries. Well, that is a bad draw for me because I can't do anything about that. So his escape value is 3. My escape value is 3. So we'll just roll 3 dice and if we get a success, we're able to escape. I believe that's how it works. Let me look up escape real quick just to be sure if it has to be higher or combat. Let's see. Hide, move, confront, engagements. Evade if it's higher than the enemies. It's not. It's even. Test against the enemy's sneak value. So I think I have to get 3 successes, right? But I keep rolling as long as I have 1 success. That is not 3 successes. Yeah, so that means that I would have to spend. I don't know. I don't know what to do actually. I think he gets to attack me for free for once. So let's have him roll his attack. So he's gonna get 3 plus an extra die for surprise. He hits me once, so I take 1 damage and I lose an action. And then I can't hurt him. I lose my hide. And then I think I just run. I think I just escape. Let's see. Escape. Page 18. Sneak tests no longer hidden. Sneak test. So one of the things I'm not getting though, I think I get to keep rolling as long as I have 1 success. That part I am not clear on. Sneak. Test. To conduct a test, add 1, roll the determined number of dice, gain a success for each 5 or 6. I've got that. Strangers have special rules. But what about if you need to escape because you can't hurt the bad guy? Engagement, determine surprise if the hero is hidden. Battle. We did that. We're not defeated. Escape. If neither the foe nor the hero is defeated, the hero may choose to escape. If so, they may camp and end their turn immediately. Their standee is placed on an enemy-free location. Okay. All right. So I can now escape and go to an enemy-free location. So I will move here to the Blessed Grove. I should have kept that open. And now that I've moved to the enemy-free location, does that mean that I have to draw a card? Okay. It says I have to make camp and end my turn immediately. All right, so I'm going to use the rest of my actions, and then I have to make camp. So we escape from this guy because without being able to identify, we can't actually hurt him. And that was not the first round, right? That was the whole battle. Yeah. That's a bad one for me to fight. I'm going to have to avoid that area. We go to the night. We've got a howling gale. Place 1 obstacle at each location for each stranger it has. When a stranger enters play, place an obstacle at its location. So, are there any strangers out? There are. So we got a stranger. The agents of betrayal are strangers. The Rosen Crusader is a stranger. It's a lot of obstacles. That's it. Those are all the strangers that are out. So the fierce storm is gone. And the besieged city till the end of the next day. So 1 more day because we just placed it. We just placed this turn. All right, and then it's back to us. So the howling gale, the old wood falls into gloom. So the old wood is now fallen into gloom. And we are a little bit off track. So we are going to get 4 tokens for our 4 life. Our first action, we're going to rest and get our 5th life back. And then I think we just move to this Spire Tour because we still need enemy. Or do we move? We still need enemy. Is this guy enemy? He is. He does not have. So we could come up here. We could move 2 and go up here. Or just 1 and go here and take our chances. So do we go with the known guy? We've got 3 actions left. So he spent 1 to rest. We could hide and then move for our next action. But then we would have to confront. And this guy has how much life? Oops. He's got 3 life. That's not that bad. Or do we just go down here? So let's hide. And then we'll move down here to the mountain. And we'll see what's in the mountains. It has Sell Swords, Quest, Destroy Mountain. Mercenaries hired to fight against the city possess dangerous knowledge of its inner workings. Thwart their plans. Study of 4. I got 2 actions left. Now that feels like it was a mistake. Let's move 1 more and go down here to the Lonely Canyon. And this says we can perform a move action here to move to Barrow Moor. Where is Barrow Moor at? So we can move over here if we wanted to. But we'll draw another mountain card to see what's at the Lava Canyon. A gargoyle. Enemy demon mountain. The ring of battle. Your 5s are not successes. Wow. Am I like these guys are really tripping? Okay. All right. We're going to fight it though. So we need 4 6s. I'd be rolling 4, 5, 6. I'd roll 8 die and I need 4 6s. And I can add +1 against a humanoid. Its rock hard skin makes the gargoyle formidable indeed. Do we try to fight this guy? 4 6s with 8 dice. I think we do. For our last action, we'll fight him, so we'll get a surprise attack. So he's going to get 2 die. These white dice will be him. This is the gargoyle, so we're about to have orc versus gargoyle battle. Round 1. And 9 dice with surprise attack for us. Sneak goes away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oh, you know what? You must always evade humanoid enemies. How do I know that this is a humanoid? I mean, it looks like a humanoid. I probably could have evaded him for free because of my druid ability. It's too bad. Do I have another human? Let me see. What did this stranger? Does this stranger say humanoid on it? No, they don't actually say humanoid. I think you're just supposed to know. So I'm gonna say I could have evaded him for free. I would have just had 1 action. We'll leave it. So let's see if the gargoyle hits us. That is a. Oh, yep, that is a 5. So we take 1 damage. And then let's see if we hit the gargoyle. No 6s. Add +1 to your tested attribute values in each test against a humanoid. All right, next round, we'll fight again. We lose a die because it's not the surprise round. 4 and 2 4s. It's kind of hard to see those die. I might have to switch up. And let's see what we get against the gargoyle. Nothing. Wow. Okay. We'll go again. Wow, he hits us twice. This is going bad. We've only got 2 lives left. All right, that's 3 6s, and we'll spend the fate to do 4 damage and kill him. dead. So we are all out of fate. We burn through that. We can get 3 gold and keep this card. I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll take 3 gold. Got our 3 gold. The gargoyle is dead. We'll take his card as a rumor. So we got enough gold to level up. We've only got 2 life. We've got our mountain, our enemy, but we don't have an ally yet. So we're going to need to try to get an ally. All right, that's the end of the next day. Let's see. Orc Barracks, place dungeon. Place this at Windy Valley. Where's Windy Valley? That's up here with the remote town. Battalion of black orcs massing from the east are drawn towards the chaos of the gloom. All right, so there's a battalion of orcs up here. The Windy Glade is going to fall in the gloom. And that means another plot card from the Deacon. All right, so that is no longer nice outside. There's a remote town there. There's orc barracks there. And the emissary of betrayal, stranger, noble, and strangers get an obstacle because of the howling gale. Our orc friend is not having the best of luck. The besieged city is gone. With a cruel sneer, the otherworldly emissary offers you a trade of vital information about the deacon's methods in exchange for a display of your abilities. You sense that he is assessing you for some unknown sinister purpose. To defeat, veil 4 skills. Ancient ability, lose 1 hit points from a trap. So this guy we probably have to defeat at the end because we only have 1 skill right now. Unless we find some items with skills. All right, now it's back to us. So we are going to get 2 actions. And it looks like we probably should rest for 1, heal 1, and then move to the green meadows. And I know we're not hiding. We're going straight into the plains. We'll see what we get. Wager, event, reveal. Weakest hero may roll 1 die. If they do, pay 3 gold. For each gold unable to be paid, lose 1 hit points. If you roll a 4 or 6, gain 4 gold. I don't think I need to do this wager. I am not going to do that. That's going to be my turn. Back to the night. Necropolis event. Place this card and play beside the map. Each encounter at Spire Tor gains +2 to each attribute. So Spire Tor falls into gloom. And the Necropolis has risen. So the Cell Swords quest would be +2 now. Cell Swords are at the Necropolis. It's back to us. We've got 3 actions. First action, we're going to heal 1. 2 actions left. Second action, we're going to search in the plains. We're trying to find an ally. And we come across a beggar. Stranger neutral plains map. When you start an influence test, you must pay 1 gold to defeat the beggar. Not everyone benefited from the rapid growth and development of Sprawl City. So if we do an influence test, that's only 2 die. I don't have any fate. If I don't get it, he's going to become an enemy, and then I'll have to fight him. And then I'd have to take that card. And I think that's what we're going to do. So let's try to do the influence test. So I'll spend my action, influence. We get 2 die. 2 successes. Oh, I only have 1. That's my last action, so it doesn't really matter. But he did not turn an enemy. Did not turn into an enemy, so that's the end of our turn. We'll draw another night card. The days are really flying by now. Orc raiders, enemy humanoid. Outlying lands are plagued by the ferocious and brutal orcish raiders. So the wretched bog falls into gloom. It's back to us. We are going to get 4. And we're going to rest again to get back up to 5. Then we're going to use our next action to do an influence test. So rest, influence, we've got 2 actions left. This time we don't get a test, so that means we have to fight him. He becomes an enemy. He gets 1 die. And we get, let's see if he hits us. He does not. We are going to get 4, 6 die. We did have to spend a gold to try to do the influence test. I technically should have spent 1 last turn, but I think that was just a error. And I miss everything. Yikes, he's going to hit us again. He misses. Swing at him with the sword. 1 hit, he's dead. We have to take his card. We don't get any gold, so we'll just have an extra rumor card. We can always spend that as a fate. Then it's back to us. I mostly did that so I could search the plains again without leaving. Plus, we're orcs. So we'll search again. The plains. Fugitives. I can't find an ally to save my life. Quest assist plains. Find a way to save the poor innocent fugitives, Kaylee and Tatiana, from the gloom. All right, so I only have 1 action left. Let's use that to hide. And then we're going back into the gloom. And it feels like we are getting stuck over here. I need to find an ally. It might be better to just go to the market and do a market action. And then I can't regale. All right. Rose in Pilgrimage, quest seek. Place this quest at Open Heath. That's another plains. Open Heath. All right, that's up here. The Rose and Night forces are strained by the gathering evils, yet they fight on with undying zeal. All right, so we'll see. And another plot. We're just pulling all the planes. Cultists of Betrayal. I think that's all of his plots. 1, 2, 3. No, there's 1 more. Stranger. And because of the howling gale, the stranger gets another obstacle. A sinister cultist is trying to spread his beliefs to the impressionable villagers. He promises them salvation if they repent their heathen ways and burn their own homes and all their possessions. Despite his fervor, you can put the cultist out of action with some simple combat maneuvers. Left unchecked, who knows what impact this poisonous words might have. To defeat, lose 2 AP. So I really need to get, or we need to get over there. All right, so we're going to get our 5 action points back. And our study is 3. We need 5 successes. I don't feel like that's worth it. It feels like we should move and go to the town and do a market action, which I probably should have did a market action to heal, but haven't played in a while. So all right, we're gonna hide for our first action. Second action, we're gonna move into the forest. Let's see if there's anything in the forest. Rebellion event revealed. Heroes may not perform market actions for the rest of this day. Wow. The gloom is spreading, its great evil presaged by the distant chanting of unearthly voices. That is crazy. So I can't perform a market action for the rest of the day. So let's move again. Well, this is an event. I could just search here again. Yeah, so this event will go away. Let's search the forest again. Forest. Shopkeeper, stranger, neutral, forest. Perform a free market action. I could get an ally if I can influence this guy. So let's try to influence him for our next action. 3 die. Our influence is 2. We need 3 successes. That's 1 success. Right, we'll spend another action. So we got 1. Try again. 2, 3. And we got 1 more action left. So we successfully influenced the shopkeeper. We will take the 2 gold. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gold. And we will draw an ally card for a rumor. And this will go away. So our ally card, I don't think we've shuffled the ally deck yet. And I don't actually know if perform a free market action, does that trump the event thing? I don't know if I get to do that or not. So we got a healer ally with pious. And even though we have pious on here, we could still take this. When the night phase ends, heals 1, and they're at the rising bluffs. All right, so we'll take them into our hand. I don't know. That will probably have to be in a FAQ or something. Event. Is there anything about events? 12, 23, 25, and 27. That one I don't know. I'm gonna assume that we can still do the shopkeepers event. I'm thinking of it as like this rebellion is in Spire City, Sprawl City, because it kind of shows Sprawl City on the card. And this shopkeeper, he just has stuff. So I'm still gonna go ahead and do the free market action. So we got our ally card. For our free market action, I think I still want to look at allies. So I'm gonna draw 3 more allies. And then we can keep 1 if we have enough money. So the shopkeeper also has a gladiator, +1, the dog ninja for 4 gold, and the berserker for 4 gold. So 2 marshals and an arcane. Do I need the influence more than anything else? When a battle starts, your foe loses surprise. This would mean I wouldn't have to hide anymore. And I could sacrifice this guy to defeat an enemy at my location. I feel like I kind of want this berserker. Just in case I get into some type of trouble that I can't deal with. Like this guy. Yeah, I'm going to take the berserker for 4 gold. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I've got 4 gold left. And if I didn't do that right, let me know in the comments. We'll fix it on the next playthrough if and these guys will get discarded. And then for my last action, I will move to Sprawl City. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and. So I do have ally rumor, so I could play this next turn. Ally, enemy, and mountains. Enemy I have, mountain I have. Okay. So I can regale next turn. All right. Nighttime. Freezing snow. Place one obstacle at each location for each quest it has. When a quest enters play, place an obstacle on it. So the howling gale has turned into freezing snow. All right. And obstacles on quests. This is a lot of actions to lose. There's a quest here. Quest. Quest. Stranger. Noble. I think that's all the quests that I see. And we are definitely running out of time. So we lose this. We get 5 back. And unfortunately, I cannot regale because I need 1 more gold. So we are going to. We could go up here, do the trade route, get 3 gold, spend 2. Is it better to level up or to get. Or we could go here. Let's see. You are allowed to look at the next. I need title, quest, and enemy for the next one. So getting this one would be good. I also need a title, so getting this one would be good. Uh, let's see. I think. Yeah, if we take the 1 gold and get the title. So for our first action, let's move back to the Lost Forest. Second action, we need to clear the obstacle. And when you clear an obstacle, you get something out of the loot bag. Let's see what we get. We got a potion, heal 1 hit point. So we found a potion. And then we got 3 actions left. Study of 4. Let's see, can we take this on? Yeah. Let's try to deal with the mirage. So we need 4 successes. First test, we get 3 dice. That's no good. I think I'm going to keep moving. So for our next action, we will move. Is this a gloom? It is a gloom. And this is in gloom. Shoot. I don't want to take 1 damage. We need to get a gold. It's all these obstacles that are the problem. I could move up here and then I'd have to deal with these guys. Or I can just use the last 2 actions to try to get this 4. So I'd be rolling 3 dice. That's pretty. Well, we'll just try. Last 2 actions. Okay, that's 2. And then my last action, we have to get 2 more successes. Oh, just barely missed it. Can I throw a card? I don't want to throw this. No, I have an ally down here. I will throw her. I will use this rumor as a fate and make this 3. And then we have successfully gotten the mirage. We'll take the 1 gold because that'll put us up to 5. And then we'll take the rumor of the title. So I'll draw a title card. Oh, shoot. Shuffle these up. Now, if I could just pull a title that was in the Lost Forest, that would be good. Elephant Rider, Verdant Fields. Title Steed, gain 1 move AP. This is in the Verdant Fields. And we'll see if we can get to that. And I think that is going to be our turn. Let me see as we get ready to go to the night phase. 1 second here. All right. We will draw our night card. Our hero looks like he's in a pretty bad spot. It is not looking good. Not looking good. This deck is getting low. I have a feeling the Deacon might be victorious. Civil War. Civil War breaks out now that Sprawl City has fallen into gloom. All right, so Sprawl City falls into gloom. So imagine that. We just had the rebellion and now it falls into gloom. Doesn't get more thematic than that. 2, 3. Okay, we've got 5 actions. We are going to regale. So we're going to spend our first action to regale. Our 5 gold, so our pockets are empty. We need mountain, enemy, and ally. Here is our mountain card. The gargoyle is our enemy card. And the berserker ally will stay in our lane. And our saga is complete. We will get another life. And we will get to pick our level 2 skill. It is between Journeyman and Faith Healer. +1 to influence. Do I need that or do I need healing? I feel like these influence tests are killing me sometimes. The healing is also good. Faith Healer. I mean, we're built for fighting. Do I just lean into the fighting? I think so. Let's go with Faith Healing. And we'll see. Escort being chapter 3. Oh, that's a bit of a glare there. Safely escorting the being from its hermitage is the only way to help it return home. And as thanks for your assistance, the being anoints you with a hallowed name. Before long, though, you realize how many creatures are intent upon destroying it, for it has drawn the ire of the ancients, and see how dangerous your quest really is. So quest, title, and enemy. None of which I have. But the verdant fields is only 2 away. And enemy, stranger, villain. I don't see anything that says enemy. So should I just search this place with my next action? Or do I move to the verdant fields? Oh, this makes our hand size is unlimited. That's pretty good. Elephant Rider could be pretty good. I'm 2 away from that. So what does this do? Place the stranger card at the Grand Plains. I can get an ally for this guy. I want to get rid of this. I'd have to lose an action point. So if I move here, clear the obstacle, move back. Yeah, let's do that. So first action, we're going to move to the Grand Plains. Second action, we're going to clear this obstacle. And we get a loot for that. We get a trap. Lose 1 AP immediately. Crap, we lose an AP. And then do I want to move back or do I want to lose an AP and take 1 damage? from the gloom. I think I'm going to lose my last AP because we took the heal 1 hit point. To get rid of this, that's going to let me draw another card out of the bag. This time we get 1 gold. Not too lucky with that. And then we are going to end our turn. We are in a gloom location, so we take 1 damage. And then we'll draw the night card. Doom Surge. Discard a quest from play. Demons pierce the veil, and now the Doom Guard marches again. These are dark times indeed. The hidden wood falls into gloom. The hidden wood. All right, that's down here. This is an event, so that's gone. And we have to discard a quest from play. Are any of these quests? Stranger Noble, Stranger Noble, Stranger Villain, Place, Quest. I guess we'll get rid of the Cell Swords. Oh, this one is kind of hard. We'll get rid of this one. The Fugitives, hopefully they were able to get away on their own. That one would have been tough for me. All right, then it is back to us. So we're going to get 5 actions. And then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to veil and heal 1 HP from the damage we took. So now we're at 6 life because we leveled up. And we are looking for quest, title, and enemy. So I think we're going to go to the Verdant Fields. Oh, I have to sacrifice a title to get that. That sucks. I can't beat him that way. So our first action, let's move back to the forest. And then we will draw a forest card. And we are kind of hoping that we get an enemy. A goblin. Good. Weakness is martial. We have a berserker who is martial. This dude will be defeated. We'll keep this card. I can draw 1 gold or go into the loot bag. I think we want to go into the loot bag. And we got 2 gold. I'll take that. So we're up to 3 gold. So we got, now we just need a quest. But we also have to get rid of some of these things. So this quest is probably the easiest for us to do. I have to veil 4 skills. I don't have 4 skills that I can veil right now. And I would have to sacrifice a title. And what does this guy have? He does have a title, the Orc Barracks. All right, so let's go ahead and move up here. And then we're going to confront the Orc Barracks. And we can do an escape or a study. So for our next action, we got 2 actions left. We're going to do the study. Maybe we can convince these guys. That's 1 success. We'll have to do it again. 2 successes. And we'll use our last action to try 1 more time. 3 successes. All right, so we take care of the Orc Barracks. We're going to be stuck in a gloom location, though. So 3 gold we'll take, and then we'll get a title. So 3 more gold for us. We're up to 6 gold. We'll get a title rumor. Title rumor. It is Lightbringer. Veil, defeat a demon enemy at your location. Even the darkness of the pit holds no fear for you now, but at what cost? That's pretty good, just a veil. And this is at the Barren Wastes. So where is the Barren Wastes? Oh, that's right next door. Okay. All right, that's going to be our turn. So we're going to take a damage. Night comes. Eerie stillness, weather, all is good. So no more obstacles from the weather. The calm before the storm, and the Barrowmoor falls into gloom, which means I think this is his last plot. Farseer of Betrayer, Stranger Noble. The Farseer's ominous predictions and rumor mongering are terrifying the populace. You could attempt to draw the ancient's evil influence from this old prophet, but you would have to give of your own very essence to succeed. To defeat, lose 2 hit points. If we don't, the Deacon of Betrayal gains +2 max hit points. All right, so it is back to us. We're going to get our 5 actions back. We're going to veil our healing at the beginning of the turn, get our life back. Then we are going to move to the verdant fields. Now, when you have a plot card, I think if I have a plot card, I still have to draw a person. I still have to draw a thing when I move here. So first action, move. And then we'll draw a Plains card. It is Doomguard. 4 attack. The Doomguard marches inexorably towards the populated land, seeking only to kill and enslave. I think we're going to have the Berserker kill that without rolling for it. And then I would get 2 gold and an item card, or I can take his card. Let's do the Berserker. I'm gonna sacrifice him. He's gonna kill the Doomguard. Doomguard's gonna be dead. Do I want to take 2 gold in the card? I think I'm gonna take 2 gold and get an item rumor. So we'll take the 2 gold. And we'll take the item rumor. Invisibility potion, sacrifice. When an engagement starts, evade the enemy and skip the engagement. Travelers through the veil risk never returning home as they embark on a journey to realms unknown. All right, not too happy with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 cards. I'm going to discover, or discover for my next action, and equip my steed, Elephant Rider. My hand size is unlimited, and I can gain 1 movement AP. Treat class cards as ability text and attribute bonuses are blank. I do want to get rid of that, even though I do like unlimited hand size, but I want to get rid of it. So next action, I'm going to get rid of this obstacle. And that lets me draw from the treasure bag. We got another potion to heal 1 hit point. Then I got to sacrifice my Elephant Rider to get rid of the Knight of Betrayal. So he's defeated. To defeat, I had to sacrifice a title. This will come to my hand. And I get another thing from the loot bag. Pony. Gain 1 move AP. All right, so I got 2 actions left. I could use the pony, move up here. What is this guy? Lose 2 AP. I have to confront first, though. Let me. What is this? Can I regale? I need an enemy, a title, and a quest. Oh, I don't have a quest. And to get this Lightbringer title, I have to move to the Barren Waste, which is right here. So let's do that. We'll discard the pony for a free move. We'll come over here. We'll take one more action and move to the Barren Waste. In our last action, we'll discover the title and we'll equip our Lightbringer. And this lets us defeat a demon enemy at our location. I don't see any demon enemies out right now. Okay. That's our turn. We take a damage from the gloom. Night, abyssal gate, demon, lost force. The fabric of the veil has been torn asunder, issuing forth ungodly spawn. All right, so the lost forest. There's a demon there. We can get rid of this guy. We need to. Then it's back to us. So we need a quest. Is this a quest? This is. All right, so let's go ahead and get our actions back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will veil to heal 1 hit point. And then we are going to clear this obstacle. That's going to cost us an action. We'll go into the bag. We get the pony, another pony. Then we're going to confront this quest. It needs 3 study. Let's see what we can discover about this trade route. Nothing. So we'll have to spend another action. Nothing. Oh my gosh. Another action. Okay, that's 2. And I think I can throw. I don't care that much about this invisibility potion. Let's see. Stranger, noble, stranger, villain. Do I need villain? We'll throw this to make that a success. And then we'll have 1 more action left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 cards. So trophy, perform a free market action. All right, so we can perform a free market action. What do we need? So I lost my ally. Do I try to pull 3 more allies? I could pull 3 spells. I don't have any spells. I could pull some titles. Let's see. What do we want to pull? This is tough. I haven't had good luck with items. I definitely want to keep the sword. If I could find an ally that could also attack again. I feel like it's between allies and I'm gonna get 3 gold, but that's at the end. I think let's pull spells. We haven't looked at any spells. Yeah. We'll shuffle this real quick. We'll pull 3 spells and see if we get anything. I feel like my shuffling is rather poor. All right. Death, spell, sacrifice, defeat a humanoid enemy at your location. My study is only 3 though. Demon console, sacrifice, defeat a quest at your location. Resurrect, sacrifice with the loss of 1 or more hit points will cause you to be defeated. Prevent it. Oh, I don't like any of these. Defeat a humanoid, but I can't use it. Spell was a bad idea. I didn't think about that because my study is not that high. I did not think about that. Okay. Well, that was my free market action. I am not going to buy any of these. I'm not going to buy death. This demon console is tempting, but I just got the quest that I needed. And resurrect, I would, but my 5 is not high enough. So, all right. So those will get discarded. And I'll get the 3 gold for my trade route action from the card. And then I can take the card, or I need to take the card because I need quests for my action. So I'll take the card. And then for my last action, which I hope I didn't mess that up. We will regale. So we'll get rid of quest. We've got title, and we've got enemy. All right, so those guys are gone. We gain a level. Still not feeling good. I feel like I need a spell. I don't have any big hitters to use against the Deacon. But we are past Escort Being. So we will flip this over to chapter 4. 5 gold. 2, 3, 4, and 5. That was 6 that I took. The Being explains that it has wandered the land for centuries, looking to return home. While the ancients' minions sought to hunt it down and destroy it, just as they attempted to thwart your efforts to help it. Thankful for your aid, the noble being leads you to a clearing where the flowers bloom and the air shimmers. The being acknowledges your assistance, but insists on one final test to prove you are worthy of the reward he intends for you. You must step beyond the glade, beyond the veil. So we need demon, place, and villain. Demon, place, and villain. I've got villain. I don't have place. Um, I saw there's a demon over here. Is there a place? This town. Yeah, if I go to the remote town, I can get that. All right. So that is our turn. Night in the gloom, we take a damage. Demonic rite revealed. Discard a place for place. Seriously? Mysterious cultists worshiping foul gods are continuing their forbidden practices undisturbed. Discard a place from play. Don't let that be the only place. Is this really the only place that's out right now? Did the remote town just get destroyed? I think it did. Oh, that sucks. Our poor orc is not getting any. Yep, it is gone. And the lonely gorge falls into gloom. Most of the land is in gloom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we have to discard this, right? No other places. Yep. The remote town is destroyed by the cultists. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So we get our 6 actions. 3, 4, 5. I need one more action token. And then we'll refresh. We'll use this to heal 1. We don't get an action point from that. And that messed up my whole plan. So I need a place. What color is our places? Places are green. I need a place and a demon. So it looks like I should use the pony to move 1. Then come over here and move 1 and kill that guy with the Lightbringer title. Then search and try to find a place. All right, so we'll use the pony to move 1. And then our next action, we'll move here. We have to fight the demon. But we are going to veil our Lightbringer to defeat demons. He is a enemy demon, so he is dead. We'll take the 2 gold and keep the card. Or do we want an item? Nope. I feel like we're running out of time. 2 gold and keep the card. Then we'll search the forest looking for a place. We got, this is our next action. Right, pony and then move and then veiled. I don't think we have to do an attack for that. Fires, discard a place from play. Something has burned its tracks, and in doing so, set the whole forest alight. We'll search again. Ghost, enemy undead forest. When a battle starts, do a study 3 test. Ghost suffers no hit point loss during the battle. That is great. That is great. Study 3. That is 1 success. I could throw 2 cards to make it 3 and try to kill it. I could do that. No, you can only spend 1 fate per turn. All right, so he won't be able to do that. I'll have to try to escape. My escape is 3. He has 4. I can't beat that. So he's going to do 1 round of combat at least. So he's going to hit me for 3. And then I'll escape and move away to a location with no enemies. So I take 1 damage, lose an action, and then I get to move down here. And then that's the end of the day because I had to retreat. So all these actions are gone. I have to immediately end my day. Warm Sunshine Weather map. When Breaking Camp ends, each hero gains 1 move AP. I'll take that. So we get an extra move AP. We get all our action points back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 6. All right, and then I'm going to heal 1 for 7. I won't get an action. We'll search this forest for a place. Forest. Thieves Guild. Quest, destroy, and forest. At one time, negotiations would have been a possibility, but now the Thieves Guild's influence has spread too far and wide. Find their leader, locate the hideout, and bring them down. It's 5 study to do that. Or I get a free move. I need to find another forest. I think we'll probably head down to this far still. So we're going to move for free. We'll do a mountains. It is criminal. Event revealed. Weakest hero either spends 2 AP to gain 2 gold or discards a stranger from play. If no strangers are in play, discard the topmost card from the ally deck. Well, there are strangers in play. I will get rid of one of these plot cards. This one. So the Emissary of Betrayal was taken out by some criminals. I'll take that. Yep, we'll take that. That'll help us with the plot. All right, now we could come down here and lose 2 hit points and get rid of this Farseer of Betrayal. I think we need to do that. So we'll spend an action to move. We'll go to the plains. We'll draw a plains card. Veiled Library, Quest Seek in Plains. Trophy is 1 spell. The scholars keep the library's location a secret, lest its tomes and knowledge fall into the wrong hands. We'll probably do this just because. All right. We're going to confront this guy for an action. We're going to lose 2 hit points. And we have defeated the Farseer of Betrayal. So he's gone. Then we're going to use an action and go after the Veiled Library. Study of 3. First action. Oh, I get to keep this card. I don't know why I'm throwing this away. So this got defeated, so I actually get to draw out of the bag. This is a shovel. Gain 1, clear AP. Okay. So first action, I'll do another action. Oh my gosh. That's nothing. So I have 2 more actions to get 3. Should I do it? Yeah, we'll spend another action. Nope. Okay, that was bad. And our last action will move to the lush jungle. That is going to have us pull a jungle of forest card. It is a Nith, enemy demon forest. When a battle starts, oh, this is a demon. My Lightbringer is refreshed. We will veil him and defeat a demon. So he will kill the nymph. We'll take 2 gold and an item card. So the nymph is dead. Defeated by our Lightbringer title. We just slash through demons, no problem. And the item rumor we pulled is going to be a magical talisman. This is at the Barren Waste. It's an item. Enters play, gain 2 spells. Leaves play, sacrifice 2 spells. So that could be good. It would just give me 2 spells. So I might need to try to find the Barren Waste to get that. Where's the Barren Waste? We'll look for that. We're going to use our 2 healing potions to heal 2 at the end of the turn. We'll put those back in the bag. And we still need a place. We can't regale until we get a place. All right, then let's see what happens. Veil of Fog. Each hero is limited to 1 move a day. When night begins on the 3rd day of this card, discard this card. So a Veil of Fog has come over the land. It's going to last for 3 days. It's day 1. Green Meadows falls into gloom. So Green Meadows falls into gloom. And we get a Zealot of Betrayal, Stranger Villain. You have started to notice the jitteriness of the company you keep. Friends and companions look at you differently, with suspicion, muttering under their breath. It has come to your attention that someone close to you is plotting against you. You must make an example of them before their scheming costs you your life. And we would have to sacrifice an ally for that. And we'll refresh our cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to get 7 threat back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 actions. And I guess we'll just dig through the forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the barren wastes are where? That's up here. This is where the spellbird is, the barren waste. So we'll see if we can maybe get that. The first shovel is a clear AP. It's clear when there's nothing there. Is that, or it's clear when you are getting a deed. An obstacle token or plot is present. Oh, that's for an obstacle or a plot. So I could use it for this to get rid. I have to get rid of an ally, which I don't have any allies. All right, let's confront. First, we'll veil. Let me make sure I got enough life. So I'm on. I should have 7 life. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got 7, and I don't need to heal. So we'll confront Forest. Oh, stranger, villain, forest, outlaw. Map. When you start an influence test, pay 1 gold or all your successes in this test will be canceled. I don't need this guy. I need to find a place. And I can only move 1 location. I get 2 die for influence test and I'd have to pay a gold. Do I just go back here and try to do this library? I don't really want to influence anybody. The Thieves Guild is not a place. I could try to make my way. I can only move one location though. Yep, I can only move one location. I've got 6 cards. And I can use one. I would need to get 3 successes. So it seems like it's best for me to just try to influence this guy. If I fight him, I'd have to take his card. He'd get 3 dice. He's got 3 life. He'd become an enemy. Then I can search for. I think I have to fight him. Let's fight him for our first action. So we'll get 6 die. 4, 5, and 6. And he's going to get 3. So that's 1 hit on him. He gets 3 die. And he hits me for 1. So I take a damage, lose an AP. And I will attack him again. That's 2 hits on him. And I will throw a card for a fate to make it 3. And then let's see what he gets on us. 1 more hit on us. And I have to take this card and I get 1 gold. All right. And I got 3 actions left. So I will search again through the forest. Place, finally, an isolated pedestal. Whatever ancient god the pedestal was built to honor has been lost in the weave of time. Yet it stands to this day as a testament to the glory of ages past. All right, we'll spend an action to do a study test. I need successes. We're going to do our deed veil to heal 1. And I'm probably not going to be able to get that this turn. I think we are just going to stay here. And hide. We'll just take a hide action. Then we'll go to the night. The Blessed Grove falls into gloom. A clannish rally. The time has come to unite the Wildclaw tribes against the oncoming darkness. So Blessed Grove. Where is that? All right, and then it's back to us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First action. Let's go ahead and confront this. 3 dice for study. Need 4 successes. All right, we've got 1. This is day 2. All right, another action. We'll do it again. Nothing. Another action. We'll do it again. 2 more successes, so it's on 3. Another action. We will do it again. Oh, nothing. Another action. Okay, this is bad. Let me see. I will throw something. We got villain. Villain, place, and demon. We've got demon. Item. We'll get rid of this card to do a fate and pass this. And then we'll take 2 gold in the card. And then for our last action, we are going to go ahead and regale. All right. It's getting messy. Long video. We'll try to keep it together. I think it's going to end badly, but let's regale. So for escort being, we need demon, we need the place, and a villain. So we'll get rid of these three. Complete this, and we go to our chapter thing. Veil Walk. Pious Finale. If defeated, turn this card over to receive your totem. So we need to go to the verdant fields to get this. Verdant fields are up there. Is there any shortcut? This goes to Lonely Cabin. All right, and that was my last action. We'll get our extra life. All right, 7. And then if we get this, this is going to give us +2 study and +2 influence. Draw an ally and put it into play as an asset. All right, so we don't have that many days left. And that was my last action. I'm not hidden anymore. I should have took that out though. Get to the verdant fields. All right. Spawning pit. Place adobe. Lava canyon. When night begins, each year at this location loses 1 hit point in addition to gloom. All right, that's there. Then we're gonna get our 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, first thing we're gonna do on our turn, we're gonna veil this to heal 1. All right, so we're at our 8 life. Then, wait, can I just move 1? This is the 3rd day. Each hero is limited to 1 move action each day. When night begins on the 3rd day. When night begins on the 3rd day. I think this is the 3rd day. I think I can't yet. I think I can only move 1 location. Each hero is limited to 1 move action each day. So that kind of sucks. That means I should explore the forest, then probably move here and try to go do the Veil Library. Because that's going to give me +2. So that means my spell book will end up being 5. Yeah, let's do that. So first action, discover forest. It is a mercenary. Stranger, neutral. When you start an influence test, pay 1 gold. We can probably try to influence him for 1 gold. So we'll pay 1 gold. We'll spend our next action to do an influence test for 2. That's 1 success, so he doesn't turn against us. And we'll do it again. Do I want to spend a card? What do I need something? I just need 7. No, I don't. I'll spend a card to make 1 more success. That's my once per day. We'll draw from the loot bag, and I will take an ally rumor. Our ally rumor is going to be oh, that's the wrong thing. Sorry. Ally rumor. Our ally rumor is going to be illusionist at the open heath. Where is he at? The open heath. Where is that? I don't see it. Defeat a stranger at your location. He's got arcane. Gives us +1 book. He might be worth getting if we go that way, but I don't see the open heath. Is that this one? Oh yeah, it's way up there. All right, and then we're gonna move 1. for our next action, and then we got 3 actions to try to do this study test. So first action, 3 die, study. 1 success. Second action, we need 2 more successes. And we've got it. All right. We figure out the secret of the Veiled Library. The trophy is 1 spell. And it's not game, so we'll just get it. And then I'll go into the loot bag. Did I forget to go into the loot bag for the other guy? I think I did. So loot bag for the one I just did before is a shield. And this says prevent the loss of 1 HP. And then loot bag for the arcane library, it says 3 gold. I like that. 1, and then I get 2 more gold. 2 and 3. And then we get to gain a spell trophy. And that's going to be Battle Elemental. Sacrifice when a battle round starts. Gain fight +8 until the end of the battle round. All right. Summoned from the ancient battlegrounds, it manifested from war itself. So this will give us 8 die on 1 roll. And then I will take the spell card Rumor. Spell card Rumor is going to be Charm, Spell Aid. With a light touch and a sweet word, the charm was complete. All right. That just gives us +1 to our influence. If we go to the Blessed Grove. Okay, that's going to be our turn. How many rounds do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got about 6 rounds. And let's draw the night card. Rolls at night event. Discard an enemy from play. Rising Bluffs falls into gloom. Sir Beauregard Lee ranked amongst the bravest of the Knights of the Rose. All right. So he has slain something. We should probably get rid of this thing that can't be killed or the ghost. I feel like, does it say enemy? The plots don't say enemy on it. So I think let's get rid of the ghost. Yeah, I think that's the toughest one. We'll get rid of the ghost. And then the Rising Bluffs falls into gloom. Rising Bluffs. That's up here. All right, then it's back to us. And we took a damage from that, but we'll just use a shield to prevent that. No, we won't use a shield. We'll still, at the start of our turn, we'll veil to heal, so it'll be even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 1 more action point. So we took a damage from the gloom, but we veiled our faith healer to heal that. Oh, I didn't draw my skill. I didn't draw my level 3 skill. Hold on. Level 3 skill. Did I draw my level 4 skill? So chapter 1, I should have a skill. So chapter 2, I would have 1 skill. 3, I would have 2 skills. 4, I think I forgot to draw chapter 3 and 4. We've really been going on hard mode. So we can do local hero or preacher. Influence +1 for each ally you have. That's good. Pay 1 gold to gain +1 fight until the end of the battle round. I can do that 6 times per day. I don't have any allies. Either one, even though we didn't pick one, either one of these, I still haven't really been doing. I think we want the +1 die. Might as well. And then do I get my last skill? So I did chapter 2, I should have 1 skill. Chapter 3, I should have 2 skills. Chapter 4, I should have 3 skills. Okay, so I think I get the last skill after I do this guy. Once I do this one. Yeah. Yeah, I think. So I'm just 1 skill off, and then we pick a 4. Unless I'm misremembering. If I am, I will fix it next time. All right, let's see. Okay, we got our stuff. We're almost out of time. I need to go to this place to get 7, escort Bing. And I need to do an influence test to get him. Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible for me. That means I should try to go to the Blessed Grove, which is way over here. I can go through. Is this the Lava Canyon? Lonely Gorge. This is the Lava Canyon. So I could go from here to here. And then go here. And then be at the Blessed Grove and discover the charm spell, which would give me +1 book. And then if I go to the open heath, I can get +1 book. Can I do all that in 1 turn though? And then come all the way back over here. Seven successes just rolling 2 die is not gonna cut it. Are there any other shortcuts? I don't see any other shortcuts. Oh, and the fog is gone. So I can move as much as I need to. It looks like I should come here and do allies. I should do a market action. Yeah, so let's spend our first action to move to the forest. And we got a thief, stranger. We start an influence test, perform a sneak 3 test. Pay 1 gold to lose AP. Kermiris was known by some as Lord of the Thieves. All right. We're going to ignore him. And we are going to continue to try to head towards Sprawl City. Another action, we'll head to the mountains. The rolling hills. Let's see what we run into there. Traveler, event revealed. First hero takes this card as your confront action at Sprawl City. Discard it and gain 4 gold. The Wanderer requests your protection as you travel the wilderness together. All right, so I'll get an extra 4 gold. We'll move to Sprawl City. And we will do a market action. And I think we want to do an ally market action first. So let's look at these allies. We'll get 3. 1, 2, 3. And we've got nothing with influence. Defeat a demon enemy at your location. Defeat an enemy at your location. Defeat an enemy. All right. Let me see. Do we just take this martial guy for 4? I think we do. So we'll take the martial guy for 4 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll spend that on him. We'll use the traveler card to get the 4 gold back. Then we'll do another action and do another market action. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Allies again, because I'm just trying to find one that gives me influence. +1 and +1. Pious. Defeat a quest at your location. When you rest, heal an extra hit point, and necromancy. Now I have pious on my card, but I think I can have one more pious that's not my class. I just can't have 2 stars that say pious. I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. Uh, let's go ahead and that would give me 3 die. And the charm spell would give me 4. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take the pastor for 4 gold. Or we can defeat a quest at your location. So we'll take the pastor. So we had these guys. We're going to take the pastor. He's going to give us +1 to our influence. He costs 4 gold. Oh, I just threw that. We're going to give up our 4 gold plus the 1 that I just threw over there by accident. And we got 4 actions left. We'll move again. And we'll go to the Barren Waste. And then at the Barren Waste, we're going to do discover our talisman. So I have an item magical talisman. And when we get that, we gain 2 spells. So we pull 2 spells, and we are going to gain fireball and lightning. They need 4 book to use. I don't have 4 book right now, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got too many things. I'm going to have to get rid of something. I'm going to get rid of my Lightbringer title and my Paladin guy and keep these spells. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Now I have exactly 6 things. These are gone. I got 2 more actions left. And I need to go to the verdant fields where this guy is. So we'll spend the action. We'll move here to the plains. The Good Wife, Strange Normal Plains, Weakness Jewelry. I have jewelry from my magical talisman. My magical talisman. She is enthralled by the magical talisman. So I can get a gold. Sonya's friends and relatives had many secrets. Only she knew the real truth. So I will take a bag out of the item and then I'll just take her card. Gain 1 gold. So I'll get another gold. And then for my last action, I'll move to the verdant fields. Draw another plains card. Marriage proposal. Reveal stranger hero draws 1 ally, then either discards it or pays 5 gold to put that ally into play as an asset. I love thee like puddings. If thou wert pie, I'd eat thee. All right, so I get to draw 1 and then do 5 gold. If I want to keep it, let's see what I get. +1 book, Summoner. This would make my book 4, and that's what I would need. Ally Arcane. Oh, I can't keep all these spells. They all say combat. So with the magical talisman, does that mean I discard or do I draw more spells? Hmm. Yeah, I can't keep these. I am not sure how that works. So I'll keep the summoner. I'll discard these 2 cards because I can't keep. They're both combat, so I don't know if I'm supposed to draw other spells. I'm not sure how that works. I feel like leave play. Maybe I just can't use them. Maybe these are the spells because if I leave play, I don't want to lose 2 spells. No, I'll just draw 2 spells. We'll house rule it. I'll draw 2 different ones, and then if they both say combat, so I got kinetic and aid. Familiar, draw 5 allies. You may put one of these allies into play. Discard those not put into play, and then gain 1 move AP. So we'll keep whirlwind and familiar instead. That go with this guy. So we're gonna keep her. So we got 4 book, so we can use the spells. That was my last action, and then we'll go to night. Pelting Hail. When night begins, each hero who is not either hidden or at a location with a place loses 1 HP. Misty Fins falls into gloom. So the Misty Fins. And then next turn, we're not hidden. We will take a damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know this playthrough is going a little bit off the rails. Yeah, it's long. I'm gonna try to get through it, and we'll see how it goes. Feel free to put comments for any mistakes you see, strategies, tips, tactics, all that stuff. All right. So we are in the burden field, so we're gonna regale or do the finale. I'm not sure if that's a regale action or if that's a clear. Deeds exchange. We're on the finale's location. We're gonna do a confront action, and we need 7 successes to get to do the veil walk and get this guy. So we're rolling 3 die. I don't have any bonus for that. All right. 1 success. First action. Second action. Nothing. Third action. Another success. That's 2. Okay. So another one. We need better rolls. Okay, that's 2. That's 4. Okay, another one. So we need 3 more successes. Right, that's 5. We need 2 more successes. We've got we have 2 more actions after this. 1, that's 6. We need 1 more success. We got it. All right, we have 1 action left. So we got the escort being. So we got blessing, pious totem, enters play, draw 1 ally, and put it into play as an asset. Ignore the limit of 6 for this asset. All right, so and we get +2 book and +2 influence. Right, so we completed that quest. Then I believe we level up to 4. And we can do High Priest. You may use influence for a fight test during a battle. Oh, now they tell me. Or defeat a demon enemy at your location with Crusader. I mean, I'm not going to be using Pious, so I'll just take the Crusader to defeat a demon enemy. Draw an ally, and it doesn't go against the ally limit. So we have a smuggler with evade, veil, become hidden. That's not too bad. So we'll take her. And then I think the ancient comes out now, right? We get 1 more life. Or do we? I don't know that we get a life for that last guy. Somebody will have to let me know in the comments. All right, let's see. Regale. The hero must be on the finale's location. Test is a confront. Finale reward is instead a choice between put the totem in play or discard totem for its gold value. If successful, also place the ancient on the map. All right, so the ancient comes out and he's got 9 life and he's at the Barrow Moor down here. So the ancient is out. Ancient ability. Treat all allies as though their ability, text, and attribute bonuses are blank. I have to sacrifice an ally. I think we need to get rid of this and then we can go after the ancient. All right, so we will move 1 down here. We'll take a damage. We'll go to night. There's only 3 nights left. Tribal Chiefess, Spire Ridge Pass, falls into Gloom. Where is that at? Spire Ridge Pass. It's here. A brave Wild Claw Trailblazer has taken it upon itself to fight back the Gloom single-handedly. All right. And then we are going to get our 7 life back. And I only see 2 days left. So can I get over here? 1, 2, 3, and then 4. 5, 6, 7. And we'd have 1 day to beat him. And we'd have to still do this one. So we're gonna veil to heal 1. We're gonna move 3. So we're just going 1, 2, 3. That's gonna take us over here. Oh, this pelting thing, we would have took a damage, right? So we actually have 1 less action because we took a damage from that. But I will use my shield to block that damage. And then we're at the mountain, so we have to stop and draw a mountain card. We got a Ravenous Werewolf, Enemy Demon Mountain. Trap, sacrifice 1 ally, but I have Crusader. So I can veil this to defeat a demon. So I will immediately kill this demon at our location. I don't think I have to sacrifice an ally. I'm not sure what the order is. But if I do have to sacrifice an ally, 2, I still would have 5. Let's sacrifice the summoner. Wait, let me see who has a. You can draw spells when you rest, heal an extra HP. Yeah, we will sacrifice the summoner, but we'll kill this guy. And do we draw? We'll take a loot from the bag and we'll draw an item. Just in case we get lucky. A loot from the bag. Map. Relocate to Sprawl City. Okay, that could be good. And the item. Flight Draught. Sacrifice, relocate to any location. But you have to be at the Rising Bluffs. So we're at the Rolling Hills. Where are the Rising Bluffs? I think that's too far away. All right, then we're going to spend another action to move 1. And then we go into the plains. We'll have to draw a plains card. Revenge. Event. Strongest hero draws 1 stranger from the plains deck. Put that stranger into play at their location with their enemy token on it. The stranger gains fight +1 until it is defeated. Draws 1 stranger. So let's see. Do I just look through the plains deck and draw a stranger? Are there any strangers left? 3, 2. All right, we'll draw this stranger with So attack of 3, they're an enemy. But I can evade humans with my animal form for free. I don't want to do that though. So they'll get to attack for 4. So let's see what they do. That's 2 damage that I take. 2 damage. Yikes. And then we'll hit them for 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and I can. Oh, they only have 2 life, so they will be dead. I'll get 2 gold. Not gonna keep track of the gold. And then I will use a confront action to do this. I'll have to sacrifice an ally. I will sacrifice the smuggler. That will get rid of this zealot. We'll draw a coin. We got a pony, 1 free move AP. Actually, I got 2 more gold from that. And then my last action, I'll rest. So because of the pastor, I can heal 2 extra. And then I'm going to go back to Sprawl City. So map will take me back to Sprawl. No, do I need to do that? I can use the pony to move 1 AP for free. Then I can use kinetic to move here. So pony move for free. I'm going to exhaust my whirlwind spell to move here for 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll use my last action to rest and be. No, I use my last action to hide so that I don't take damage from this. And then we get pouring rain. When breaking camp, each hero with 2 or more AP loses 1 AP. All right. That's the next one. And the rolling hills falls in the gloom. And then we will see if we die. So we'll get all this back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 1 day left. We're going to have to take on the Deacon. We are going to do our whirlwind spell to move 1 AP for free. And then we're going to fight the Deacon. And we're going to use our battle elemental. And then we are going to sacrifice our familiar spell. And then that's going to be it. So first we're going to confront him. And does it say to do anything crazy when we're doing the assault? Regale, assault, confront. I think it's called assault. Regale, rest. An ancient is present. Your saga finale is completed. Plot cards each take effect, then engage ancient. No escape by any means. So the only plot card that's still out is this one. So when a battle round starts, each hero sacrifices 1 asset. Okay, so the asset I am going to sacrifice for the first round is going to be the whirlwind spell because we're already there. Then the orc is going to cast its familiar spell. Sacrifice, draw 5 allies. You may put 3 of these into play. Oh, 1 of these into play. Discard those not put into play. So we'll draw 5 allies and put 1 into play. So we conjure up somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we are looking for more die. Gladiator +1. Corsair no. Spellbook. Deed sacrifice to gain 2 spells. That might be good. to take the wild mage. Do we already have arcane? We don't. Gains 1 move AP. Arcane. Let's take the wild mage. So we're going to conjure up this wild mage. And then we might have to sacrifice her next turn to draw more spells. And anything else we're going to do? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So first round, we are going to do our battle elemental. Sacrifice. When a battle round starts, gain fight +8 until the end of the round. So we are going to be rolling +8. It's a demon. So we are going to get 4 die. All right, 4 +2 from the sword, +2 from Templar, fight against demons. So 4, that's 8 dice. We can pay 1 gold to get a 9th die for local hero. So we've got 9 die. Crusader doesn't do anything. It says defeat a demon, but that doesn't work against the ancient. Veil heal 1. Okay. So let's do that. So we're going to get 9 + 8, 17 die. And we need 17 5s or 6s. He's got 9 life. The Deacon of Betrayal, he has 8 attack, 9 life. So let's get our 17 die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we'll roll 5 more after this. 5 more dice. We attack. That is not good at all. Not good at all. So we get 1 hit. And then 5 more dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Two more hits. So 3 damage. He's got 6 life left. And I don't think I have anything else to boost that or reroll. I could throw a card, which I will do to add 1 more success. I'll discard the Zealot of Betrayal. 4. But this is all on the same day, so that's the only time I could do that. So he's got 5 life left, and he's going to roll 8 die. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he misses. He misses. So it is the next round. This card was sacrificed. Yep. So we can't summon the elemental anymore. And then because of his plot card, when a battle round starts, each hero sacrifices 1 asset. So it's the next round, so I have to sacrifice an asset. I'm going to get rid of the magical talisman. I have to sacrifice that. And then I'm going to sacrifice the wild mage to gain 2 spells. Oh, that says gain. Does that mean, wait, what does this card say? No, it says gain. Yep. So I'll get those as assets, I think. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this meant I don't get them as assets, that is just trophies. Well, let's see what 2 spells it is, and then we'll see if I messed that up or not. So I got Fireball and Haven. I got that thinking that these I would be able to equip them. But maybe that's not correct. I think maybe I just get these and I'd have to go find them. Like the bird was telling me rumors, which means I did that wrong. Well, we'll have to keep that in mind for second playthrough. So I think since it says gain, I just have these as rumors. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have too many cards now anyways. So there will be a lot of mistakes in this video. All right, we'll see if I keep this one or if it's never seen. All right, so 8 die attack in round 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got to work on corrections for the next video. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. That takes him up to 8. We'll spend 1 gold for our extra attack, which I forgot to do. This is a 5 or 6. He'll be dead. It's not a 5 or 6. Okay. So he's got 1 life left. Even though we played a lot of stuff wrong. Let's see his attack. So he's going to roll 8 die against us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this time we take 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't block anything. All right, then it's the next turn, the next battle round. We just have to hit him once. We get rid of this. We lose an asset. And let's roll them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice still. Still 4, 5, 6 from the sword. 2 because he's a demon. And we'll spend a gold to make it 9. We need a 5 or 6. 6 and 5, that's 2. He is dead. He's going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. And we have 1 life left. And he has done it, or she has. Our female orc has somehow defeated the Deacon of Betrayal, even though who knows how many times we cheated or did a rule wrong. But let me know in the comments. I think the game spells I did wrong. Define familiar, probably shouldn't have got. There's probably a couple little things here and there, but that is our adventure through Gloom of Kilforth. We'll see next time if we correct those mistakes. It's been a long video. Appreciate everybody sticking around if you stayed this far. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.